Hello there, my name is Maaya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For more videos not like this but a little bit better than this, please do subscribe. So today's episode is actually a bit different from what I usually do. I was actually scammed as of so let's say like 4 hours ago. I was scammed. Okay, I feel so embarrassed even saying this, because how does that happen to me, guys? I feel like I'm the most vigilant person out there. Like, I take extra steps in life. Like, I don't be playing around with certain things. But hey, it happens to the best of us. So someone scammed me out of 89 UGX. Now when we convert that, I want to convert it for you guys. So 89,000 is $24. So yes, I was scammed out of $24, and I'm coming on the internet to talk about it. Yes, that is the gist of today. So here's what happened. There's a certain lady named Martha at Twine, who I'm going to call Martha the scammer, who decided she could wake up one day and take people's hard-earned money. Now that is where she is wrong, because me, I'm going to make it my mission to expose her. I'm going to make it my mission to find her and her syndicate. I will find them. Unless she leaves this country, then she can avoid me. But if she's still in this country, if she's still in Uganda, stepping on the same soil that I am stepping on, I will find you. And I hope you see this video, because I'm going to circulate it. Anyway, let's get to it. So I do manage an Airbnb, right? There's an Airbnb called Sunset Residences. If you're on this channel, you've heard me talk about it multiple times. I talk about it whenever I can. They do sponsor some posts. Okay, so I do talk about Sunset Residences. It's an Airbnb that I've put so much love into. I've put so much hard work into, blood, sweat and tears, literally, so that something can be there. When you wake up and you say, you know what, let me do something for myself. I could come on the internet and cry about what is happening, the government and whatnot. But I said, let me put my mind somewhere and decide to do something, which a few Ugandans have done, by the way. There's like a whole community of Airbnb hosts. We are actually in a group now. So this lady, the screenshots are popping up. Martha the scammer, not Martha Stewart. Some lovely lady. She messages me. She's like, "Hello, is this Sunset Residences?" I'm like, "Oh my God, hello there. Yesterday you told me, how may I be of service?" I don't even use this number, by the way, for Sunset. We're gonna call the Airbnb Sunset, because I don't even use this number for Sunset. Actually, there's an MTN line that I use for Sunset. So it was weird that she's reaching out to this number, but I said, hey, you know what, maybe someone who recommended her knows that I have an Airtel and an MTN. Why not? So they go ahead to say, "This is Martha. I'm traveling to Uganda on 30th March. Currently I'm in the US." I'm like, cool. I'm like, all right, how long will you be staying? I asked for the dates. If you travel on the 30th, does that mean you arrive on the 31st? Then she's like, guide me. Will you be having a furnished apartment for 3 weeks? I arrive on 30th. Now, if you are an Airbnb host, anyone who stays more than 2 weeks will get you excited. I don't want to come here and sugarcoat things. This is me just being real with you guys. Anyone who is booking more than 2 weeks will get you excited. Why? Because then you can be able to pay some bills. Because these clients who come and book like 1 night, 2 nights, they're cute, whatever, they're amazing. You hope that they'll come back. But a client who decides to book you for a month, for 2 weeks going up, now that's a client you would like. The green flags sort of pop off in your eyes, right? I'm getting to it. Oh, I say, do you travel? So because there was already a client who will be there. Mind you, she's very like on time with her things. Anyway, I already had a client there by the 31st. So I'm like, I can't take on another client because I already have a client. So I turn her down, by the way, guys. I tell her, no, my apartment is not available, but sometimes I'll let clients know that the available dates so that they can plan accordingly, see if they can include me in their plans, or if they cannot, that is fine. I'm giving you here the available dates, which is what we do. Nothing like this was out of the norm. This is what I usually do. Even if you're in the app, even if you're in the Airbnb app, you are able to see the available dates. So it's not like some sort of secret. It's common knowledge. Oh, I say, oh, she's like, no, dear, it's okay. 31st is good. Now, that should have been the first red flag, because Why are you changing your flights to accommodate me? Now, did I see that as a red flag? No. I decided to keep on moving and be the naive person that I am and hope for the best. I was like, oh my God, that would be great. Thank you. I'm thinking, oh, whoever recommended her must be so good. So how much do you charge for 21 days? I let her know my rate. I even let her know we have a discount running for March and April. This is how much it's going to be, right? I go ahead and tell her, oh, she's like, I haven't been to Uganda, so I'm very careful. I'm curious about what's changed. I got your number from my sister in Germany. She's like, I hope you can understand me. I'm like, oh my God, I understand you. I tell her about all the lovely security that we have. We have external cameras. There's 24-hour security. There are 2 guards. I don't want to give you guys so many details because I feel like that's a security breach. Anyway, so I'm like letting her know of all these amazing things we have at the apartment that will make sure she's safe. She's like, oh yes. I was like, oh, I understand you. That's a long time. Things have changed. Anyway, yada yada, they're popping up on the screen. You can read them. And she's like, oh yeah. So she's like, do you even have a guide who can help me with some familiar places? I'm like, yeah, sure. Obviously, Maaya Consultancy. I have like a number of tour guides under me. Obviously, I will share their numbers. Like, oh my God, yes. Give this guy some business. A fellow Ugandan winning? Yes, that's what I'm thinking. The red flag hasn't gone off, right? So I'm like, do you even have someone picking you from the airport? Because sometimes we do airport pickups, right? Because I want my clients to get to the apartment as safely as possible. So anyway, she's like, yes, okay, I already have someone. I wish I knew. Then it's like, oh, she's like, if I pay full payment today, you will start the count 3 weeks on the day I enter. But guys, she is stringing me along. I feel like such a fool because which client is paying full price, a huge amount like that? Which client is paying a huge price just like that? So to convert the money for you guys, I'm thinking you guys are my viewers, but it was like 1,000 USD. So it's like 800. Actually the total was 840 USD. So I go ahead, I give her the calculations. I tell her what I do. I count the nights. Oh my God, I almost did something stupid like share the pin and whatnot. Thank God I didn't do that. God helped me, because sometimes when a client books, they pay and everything. So a few days before check-in, I usually send them the details. Because me, I'm just like, oh yeah, the client shouldn't have to ask you for this. You should think ahead. Gone. So she asked me for the link. Where can I pay? So thankfully, shout out to PesaPal. So Maaya Consultancy and PesaPal, I have a payment link which you can use to pay anywhere in the world. So she turns down my payment link and says, you know what? Let me pay you with mobile money. Now, that should have been the second red flag. But it's not unusual for clients to pay mobile money, because sometimes when they use SendWave, it appears on my mobile money. WorldRemit appears on my mobile money. Wise can appear on my mobile money or my bank account. Like, it's not unusual for me to receive money on mobile money from clients. I know someone is just like, oh, you should always keep the payment to the payment link, because then they handle everything, and I'm sort of in control in that if there's a problem, I can reach out to PesaPal and have them either reverse the transaction or refund the money. You understand? So I should have stuck to that, but it's not unusual on my end. I usually say one thing, like I like to make it easy for someone to pay me. Let me tell you, if you think of it, whatever you think about, I have a way you can pay me. Like, I don't like to make it difficult for people to give me money. You know that saying in Uganda, like, Ozomga goes zocha. Yes. So when the money, if you've decided I'm giving you money, I'm like, friend, I have all these other payment options, but I see that's going to hurt me in the end. So I say, okay, you can use mobile money. Here are my mobile money details. I give her my names, Airtel, put my number. Yeah, we move. She's like, I'm sending it in 40 minutes. Once you receive, let me know. Also adding withdrawal charges. Now, stupidity finds me. My village people are working harder this day. Today, by the way, I'm still in my office wear. I've been going back and forth with my friend because I'm just like, how, guys, being conned and being scammed is like an invasion of privacy. Like it or not, you feel violated. Like, it's like seeing someone naked. You feel violated. Like, how did you see me like this? So she sends me the message. So I receive an SMS, which is popping up on your screen. One stop pay alert express. Now the message should have also been, are we counting red flags? Is this the fourth? You tell me in the comment section. That should have been a red flag. But guys, today was weird. I wasn't fully there. Like, I was doing so many things at once. I'm planning for tomorrow. I'm planning because I'm supposed to shoot today, so I'm researching stories. We're also having like a situation. Like, I wasn't fully there. I will agree, I wasn't fully there. So I'm like, received, thanks. I said I'll block out the days and send you the check-in details once it reflects on my account, which I didn't put there. It was in my head anyway. She's like, I've sent using my bank app to your number with charges as well. She sends me this funny WhatsApp message. Sorry, funny message, which looks legit. Or not, because this link should have been active. But this weird, ugly looking lady, she's not a lady, went to graphic school and she has decided to con people using this. So she gives me 2 alternative numbers. That's the agency line in Uganda. Call them to activate the payment. Meanwhile I'm running around. I'm like, oh my god, thank you. It's so thoughtful. Thank you for even giving me the numbers, right? Confirm and let me know. I'm like, oh yeah. So I call them. I call a certain gentleman. His number is showing up on the screen. His number and the names to which the number is registered. Because if they did feel sorry for calling me, I'm not feeling sorry for putting their number out there. I hope they're called. So he calls me. He's like, yes, this is a one Joshua Ariho. So I'm like, oh yeah, I've received money. So he's like, read for me the reference number. I'm so stupid. I go in the messages. I read the reference number, right? I read the reference number. He's like, yes, that's the number. Are these your names? He says my names. I'm like, yeah, they're my names. He says the amount. He says the names of the what? The sender. I'm like, yes. What state? I'm like, the USA. He's like, yes, it's from the USA. He's like, oh, but we have our offices in Victoria Mall and Entebbe. If you guys can understand how Uganda is, like Victoria, Entebbe is a bit far. Could be like is it a 2-hour, 1-hour drive? It's either here nor there, but now they're doing maintenance on the road, so it was. I was just thinking, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to Entebbe to pick this amount. Like, just send the amount to my mobile money. So he's like, yeah, but we have an alternative. You can use mobile money. I say, fine, use mobile money, but using mobile money, you have to pay for the charges for the money to be released. Red flag number what? ... I didn't think much of it because I wasn't thinking. I actually wasn't thinking. I don't want to come here and lie to you that, oh my god, I thought it should have been a red flag. No, I was not thinking. I was just like, there's money coming in from a client. You need to pay a certain amount of money to release the money. I'm like, yes, pay. Because my head, I'm just like, I'll just refund. And I didn't even have money on my line, right? On my Airtel, but I had money on my MTN. I was just like, I'll just reuse that money that was actually supposed to do something because I'm supposed to send it somewhere. So I said, you know what, let me use my MTN. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have money on my Airtel. It's like, oh, that's so bad. Rubbish. I send the money, guys. Shame. I send the money. I sent them and I'm like, oh my god, I've received the money. I've sent 89,000. That is me talking in my professional voice. I send the money, guys, like the fool that I am in that incident. I send the money. They're like, oh, thank you. This heifer, after sending them the money, you'd think that's the end of the call. No, these stupid people, they want to do a part 2. They want to do another con. They want to do a part 2. They want to con you twice. They want you to send money twice. So when I was like, oh yeah, I've sent him the money, I've sent to the gentleman, I've sent already. So I tell her, I'm like, this man has told me to send money. Is that true? Then she's like, I've sent already. I would have sent using other means, but I'm already at work here, as you see. I'm like, meanwhile, another red flag was that it's during the day in Uganda, so that probably means it's at night in the USA. Who is working at night? I understand for on a night shift, but it's not. Okay, it's common. Okay, maybe she could have been working, but that should have also tipped me off. But was I thinking? I was just there living life. Anyway, so I'm like, oh my god, oh, it's okay, guys. When I'm talking to clients, I try to be nice because I want you to experience that. The true Ugandan that I am, the hospitality that runs in my veins, I want you to experience it. I'm like, oh, he says it should be reflecting on my mobile number after an hour. So this heifer sends me a location. She sends me a location in the USA. Then she's like, it's true, they normally charge. That's why I added extra money. Access it and let me know. I was like, okay. I said, okay. I was like, it should reflect in an hour, so let's wait. She's like, after receiving, please let me know. I'm like, they're letting me know you have sent it. So this guy calls me back. He's like, hey, the money that you sent has opened the transaction, but we've sent your sender an email. We've sent the sender an email for them to send the debit card details. Now, I may be a fool, but my stupidity has a limit. For today, I will accept today I wasn't there. Mind you, I had a great start of the day. I went to the gym. I'm living life. I hydrated. I'm eating my fruits. I had a great breakfast. So, I said, no bank in this world is asking for your debit card details. Why? Because then that would mean they are scammers. Because why would someone ask for your debit card details unless they were going to use it? She's like, oh, we need her debit card details so that we can deduct the charges from her side. I said, now wait a minute. I may be naive. This is where I draw a line. Now, I may be naive, but this is where I draw the line. No bank is asking for your debit card details. No one should keep your debit card details except you. When you want to make a transaction, why would you send your debit card details to a total stranger to get money from your line? Doesn't that mean they would have access to your debit card for life or until that debit card is still active? So I said, no, that's wrong. So this lady, of course, she knows she has found a sheep, so she must lead. She's like, oh, they let me know they've sent you an email. Is it possible to check it out? This guy is hounding me. He's like, hey, call her. Let her check her emails. Now, I said, you know what? Now, that's when it clicked. I'm like, you're a fool. No bank is rushing anyone like this, especially with money. No, they're not doing that. Already the debit card details clicked. This clicked. She's like, I have also received an email, just that I'm in a meeting here. Let me attach it in 2 minutes. Then after, I let you know. I said, oh, okay. So I go offline. I'm trying to get home. The whole time he's calling me, right? He calls me. Oh yeah, we're soon closing the office. You need to send this money. Otherwise the money. I'm like, you know what? I'm so over it. You know what? I say, you know what? It's 2025. A money transaction shouldn't be that hard to kind of transact. Am I making sense? The transaction needs to make sense. So I tell him, you know what? Leave the money. Send me back my money. Because I was like, these are scammers. Maybe they may have a heart. Stupid me. Because those fools have no heart. Martha Atwine, Joshua Areho, and the other guy, you're all fools. That is what you are. And I'll find you. So, the other fool, which fool are we talking about? The dude says, oh no. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the fool. So this other fool, Martha the scammer, says, oh no. It's showing up on screen. I'm facing a bit of a predicament. I've exceeded my weekly limit for sending funds, and unfortunately, the payment can't be processed at this time. To make matters worse, once this limit expires, I'll have to wait another 4 weeks before I can send funds again. Would it be possible for you to assist with paying it for me? That side on my behalf. My son will bring it when I'm collecting my receipt. When he's collecting my receipt. I say, you thieving piece of trash. You lazy piece of trash. People work hard for their money for you to be this stupid and want to take their money from them. Obviously, it already clicked that I've been scammed. Now what happened was, there's a group for hosts, right? I don't think I can say it out. No, I can't. Let me just. There's a group for hosts, right? Hosts for furnished apartments in Kampala, in Uganda. I say, let me go to so the group has a pinned blacklist. I go to the pinned blacklist. Please let me know who is number what is the word? Why do I go to the group and number 34 is Martha Twine? Her phone number there. Hey host, be careful with this lady. She's called Martha Twine. She's a scammer, thieving as Martha. She claims she lives in America. She texts to book your place, then send payment, but doesn't reflect on your mobile money. Then tell you to call the bank agents to activate the money. When you call, they tell you to pay 5% of that money as withdrawal fee to access it. Long story short, don't pay anything. They're just scammers. But guess who got scammed? Me. So after it clicking that I've been scammed, I went to the group to confirm. I was like, yes, I've been scammed. Yes, I've been scammed. I immediately called my friend Sophie, who also has a furnished apartment. By the way, if you're looking for furnished apartments in Chikwatule, hit up your girl. Hit up Sophie. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God. She's like, I've been scammed. She's like, oh my God, sorry, dear. She's like, sorry, dear. I'm like, oh my God, girl, I've been scammed. Guess what's been. Anyway, it clicks that I've been scammed. I've accepted the money is gone. I believe that God will, provide 10 times as He does. So I'm like, okay, you've taken my money. You've taken my $24. That's fine. I'm going to come and talk about it on this platform. Make that money back. So I'm like, send me your son's number, because if you've reached your limit, and guys, no one reaches a limit and then use a day limit. I understand. I don't know how things are in the States. Maybe she's copying the States. But a limit for a day makes sense. A weekly limit? No, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for your bank to say, okay, no more money this week. No more money for the day. I understand. Because banks here have a thing where they can limit you for that day. Maybe it's like a 5 million transaction. That's the limit. Your ATM has a limit, like a 2 million transaction, 3 million transaction. That's the limit, right? So limits exist. Limits are there. Well and good. Now, this was, I'm like, oh my God. So I already knew that she was a scammer. So what I do, I go ahead and call MTN. The problem is I was sending money from one network to another. Now, if I had at least sent money from the same network, it would have been so much easier to kind of reverse the transaction or block that money so that none of us can get that money. Let MTN eat my money properly. It's fine. It's okay, right? So I call MTN. MTN tells me, no, we can help you. Call Airtel. So I call Airtel. Airtel says, okay, what happened? I explained to the lady Bambi. She listened to me. I was like, Bambi, I'm also laughing at myself because I don't know how I was scammed. She's like, girl, it happened. Oh, she didn't say girl, it happens. She's a professional. Anyway, so she tells me they've taken the money. She tells me, read for me the number. I read for her the number. She's like, they've taken the money. But she's like, you know what we've done? We've blocked this number. So if they go to renew their SIM, it will sort of like raise a red flag or pop up that they blocked the SIM because it's involved in fraud. I said, okay. I said, it's fine. And it is well. So I go ahead to this fool Martha. I tell her, oh dear, send me your son's number. That's why I want to send the money, the second transaction, because I'm like, okay, let's see how far this will go, right? He's like, I'm like, sorry, it's not going through because I want to be the fool that I am. Let's find out. This number doesn't even exist on the network. She just jumbled up a few lines and said, hey, this is where you go. I'm like, I'm trying to send the money. By the way, it could be a whole grown lazy bum. Bleep out all that. It could be a man behind this. It could be. Anyway, so she scams me. I say, fine, it is well. I've been scammed. Anyway, that was it. And that is how I was scammed out of my cute little $24. I know the Americans are like, oh, it's just $24. But to me, it was actually, I don't know. It's not like it's a lot of money. It is money, guys. Money is money. I work hard for money. Like, I work hard for my money. Don't just be out here stealing hard-earned Ugandan money. So what have I learned from this? I don't want to come here and tell you. So first things first, always. So usually what I even do with these clients, I like to verify where they got my number from to see if I know this person so that I can find out. I even went ahead to send my friend a message. I'm like, hey, thank you for the client you sent me. She's like, what client? I just said, maybe she forgot. Or maybe it's not her, some other person. first things first, validate who those clients are. Ask for ID. Find out where they got your number from. I understand it's a business, but sometimes you have to do something. Number 3 is, the other thing you can do to protect yourself is avoid people like Martha the scammer. What I now do, I think starting today, I used to do it before, like people on the blacklist, I'll block them automatically so that if they ever try to scam me, I wouldn't be available to them for the scamming. Yeah, that's what I should have done. But you know what? I've learned my lesson. This is a very expensive lesson, like my dad would say. But we live and learn. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Pretty much. Bye guys. I'll try and record some videos tomorrow morning because I just can't do this no more. Bye.